Have you ever wondered how a country known for its beautiful beaches, spicy cuisine, and warm hospitality became an industrial powerhouse, producing over 2 million cars annually? Welcome to Thailand, often called the Detroit of Asia. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind Thailand's automotive miracle. We'll show you how they got here, which global brands dominate, and why neighboring countries struggle to catch up. Buckle up, because by the end of this journey, you'll see exactly why Thailand remains firmly in the driver's seat of Southeast Asia's automotive race. And trust me, you won't want to miss a second. Let's rewind the clock to when Thailand was a modest assembler of vehicle kits from overseas manufacturers. In the 1960s and 70s, major Japanese automakers like Toyota and Nissan discovered Thailand's potential: strategic location, relatively low labor costs, and an emerging market hungry for personal vehicles. What started as simple assembly soon evolved into something far more substantial. By the 1980s, Thailand introduced localization requirements, pushing these foreign automakers to source more parts from local suppliers. This was a catalyst for creating thousands of Thai-owned parts companies. From electronics to chassis components, the supply chain began to flourish. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the Thai government was actively rolling out tax incentives, further igniting the industry. The real turning point? When automakers recognized Thailand wasn't just good for serving local demand, it was perfect for export. Suddenly, Toyota wasn't just building cars for Thai roads. They were crafting vehicles destined for global markets, including Australia, Japan, Europe, and the Middle East. And that's how Thailand transitioned from assembling a few thousand cars to a multi-million annual output. Curious how the government set all this in motion? Stick around because in our next section, we'll explore the powerful incentives that keep foreign investors flocking to Thailand. Welcome to the pit stop where the rubber truly meets the road. Government policies. Thailand's policymakers recognized early on that automotive manufacturing could be a cornerstone of national economic development. They rolled out a red carpet of incentives, catching the eye of not just Japanese but also American and European automakers. One of the standout programs is the Eco-Car program. Automakers that produce compact, fuel-efficient, and low-emission vehicles in Thailand get juicy tax breaks. This both drives innovation and keeps production costs down, making Thailand a prime destination for producing smaller car models. Then there are export incentives. Free trade agreements with countries across Asia and beyond help automakers ship Thai-made cars globally with lower tariffs. Add on corporate tax exemptions and duty-free imports on raw materials, and you've got a recipe for automotive success that neighboring countries struggle to replicate. But which major brands leverage these incentives most effectively? Toyota is a prime example, constantly investing in new facilities to produce pickup trucks like the Hilux. Mazda has ramped up production of passenger cars, while Isuzu focuses heavily on commercial vehicles, particularly the popular D-Max pickup. Ford jumped in to manufacture its Ranger series, a top seller in the pickup segment. Each brand found a niche in Thailand, thanks to strategic incentives that made it cost-effective and logistically seamless to expand production lines. So, how does a booming industry sustain itself? You might think it's just about money, but there's another critical factor: a well-oiled supply chain driven by a trained and dedicated workforce. Get ready, because that's exactly what we'll uncover in our next section. Picture hundreds of suppliers, big and small, spread across industrial parks from the eastern seaboard to Bangkok's outskirts. Thailand's automotive supply chain isn't just broad, it's deep. That's because early regulations mandated local sourcing, which gave rise to specialized companies handling everything from engine assembly to microchips. And behind every advanced piece of machinery, there's a person who knows exactly how to operate it. Thailand's focus on vocational education means a steady flow of skilled technicians, engineers, and line workers who keep production humming. Toyota alone employs thousands of Thai workers who receive both on-the-job training and specialized instruction in state-of-the-art facilities. Isuzu invests heavily in staff development to maintain the high quality that commercial vehicles demand, All of this translates into formidable manufacturing efficiency. When you combine a dense network of parts suppliers with a motivated, well-trained workforce, you can meet tight production schedules without sacrificing quality. That's why brands like Mazda are comfortable rolling out tens of thousands of vehicles each year, because they can rely on local expertise to get the job done right and on time. By now, you might be thinking, if Thailand can do it, why haven't its neighbors caught up or even surpassed it? Buckle in for the next segment because we'll explain exactly why countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, and Malaysia are still struggling to close the gap. Thailand produces roughly 2 million vehicles annually, an astonishing figure that dwarfs many neighbors. So why can't Indonesia, with its larger population, or Vietnam, with its rapid economic growth, match Thailand's output? First, it's the consistency of Thai policies. Automakers need a stable investment climate, and Thailand has delivered that for decades. Even when governments change, the core incentives for the automotive sector often remain intact. In some neighboring nations, sudden policy shifts can make foreign investors nervous. Second, it's the maturity of Thailand's supply chain. With thousands of parts manufacturers located in strategic industrial zones, companies like Ford or Nissan can ramp up production quickly. Indonesia has been trying to build a similar ecosystem, but it still lacks the density of specialized local suppliers. Finally, its export-oriented vision. Thailand didn't rely solely on its domestic market. From day one, it aimed to become a global export hub. This outward-looking strategy, supported by free trade agreements, gave Thai-made cars a powerful foothold in overseas markets, especially in Australia, the Middle East, and beyond. Still with me? Great! Because the automotive world is shifting fast. And in the next section, we'll see how Thailand is positioning itself for the electric future, and how brands like BYD and SAIC are making big moves in the kingdom. The automotive landscape is experiencing a global shakeup, and Thailand isn't hitting the brakes. With electric vehicles, EVs, poised to redefine mobility, the Thai government has unveiled a suite of EV-friendly policies, from tax reductions to research grants. Major Chinese brands like BYD and SAIC see this as a golden opportunity. SAIC, the powerhouse behind the MG brand, already produces models in Thailand and aims to expand its EV lineup. BYD, one of the world's largest EV manufacturers, has entered into partnerships and established local facilities to produce batteries and EV components. Why Thailand? The reasons mirror the nation's past success: robust infrastructure, skilled labor, and significant export possibilities to ASEAN and beyond. Even Toyota is exploring hybrid and EV production lines in Thailand, ensuring it retains its crown as one of the top players in the Thai automotive space. Think Thailand is satisfied with a 2 million vehicle record? Think again. The push towards electrification could very well accelerate production, meaning we might see an even larger figure in the coming years. If you're curious where all these cars end up and how Thailand's global footprint is expanding, stay tuned for our next segment. It's one thing to build millions of cars, but another to actually sell them around the globe. Thailand's strategic location in Southeast Asia, combined with various free trade agreements, has turned it into an export juggernaut. Australia is a key market, especially for pickup trucks and SUVs. Think of the Toyota Hilux or Ford Ranger, both produced in Thailand. In the Middle East, Thai-made vehicles are favored for their reliability and cost-effectiveness. And let's not forget Japan itself. Some specialized models actually get exported back to Japan. Exports contribute significantly to Thailand's GDP and bring global visibility to Thai manufacturing prowess. This worldwide reach also ensures that companies like Isuzu, famed for its D-Max pickups, and Mazda can count on stable sales, even if local demand fluctuates. And as the EV wave intensifies, we can expect Thai-made electric vehicles to show up in even more international markets. You might be wondering, what's next? In our next section, we'll explore how Thailand plans to tackle upcoming challenges, from environmental regulations to global economic shifts, and maintain its pole position in the region. No success story is without its challenges. Even a powerhouse like Thailand must adapt to a rapidly changing automotive landscape. Environmental concerns loom large, with stricter emission standards likely on the horizon. As the world shifts toward green mobility, Thailand's strong move into EVs may be crucial for staying competitive. Then there's global economic volatility. Because Thailand exports a large portion of its cars, a recession in key markets or rising interest rates can quickly hit sales figures. Meanwhile, emerging competition within ASEAN, particularly Indonesia, wants a slice of the automotive pie. Yet Thailand's track record offers reasons for optimism. Policymakers have shown they can pivot, just like they did with the Eco-Car program, and now with EV incentives. Auto giants Toyota, Mazda, Ford, Isuzu, and the newer Chinese entrants remain confident in the Thai market, continually investing in facility upgrades and new product lines. But will Thailand still dominate 5 or 10 years from now? That's the million-dollar question. If its leadership can maintain a stable, forward-thinking investment climate while nurturing homegrown innovation and workforce skills, there's no reason the kingdom can't sustain, maybe even increase, its lead. In our final section, we'll tie everything together and leave you with a few final thoughts on what Thailand's story means for the future of global car manufacturing. We've covered a thrilling journey from Thailand's humble beginnings in vehicle assembly to its rise as a 2 million cars a year titan in Southeast Asia. Along the way, we spotlighted Toyota's dominant role in pickup manufacturing, Mazda's success in compact cars, Isuzu's strong foothold in the commercial segment, and Ford's formidable presence with the Ranger series. We've also witnessed how newcomers like BYD and SAIC are leveraging Thailand's forward-looking EV policies to cement the country's position in next-gen mobility. So, what's the secret sauce? It's a fusion of consistent government incentives, a deeply integrated supply chain, a highly skilled workforce, and an export-first mindset that put Thai-made vehicles on roads around the world. Neighboring countries are racing to catch up, but for now, Thailand's head start in policy stability and infrastructure keeps it in pole position. As the global automotive industry shifts gears, be it toward electrification or other innovations, Thailand is not content to watch from the sidelines. It's actively courting more foreign investment, scaling up EV production, and modernizing its massive supplier ecosystem. If there's any country in Southeast Asia ready to take on the challenges of tomorrow, it's this one. Thank you for joining us on this road trip through the Detroit of Asia. If this story revved up your curiosity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most surprising industrial powerhouses. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Thailand's automotive reign will continue unchallenged? Or will a neighboring country eventually overtake it? Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep exploring.